Okay, welcome back everyone. So this is the video for our second session and I hope you learn a lot of things from our first video, which is the blueprint lesson. As I mentioned at the end of the first video, in this video we are going to study another subject, which is the speaking to the 3A. So in this video lesson, you will explore another topic, which is about the earthquakes, but we will look at the dialogue tip, which is how to give a presentation which talk about causes and effects. So this lesson is the lesson 2 of your speaking to the book, and you can find this lesson on page 90, 91, 92 and 93. So there are 4 pages that you will learn in this video. And I hope you already have the book with you. So without any further ado, let's look at the contents of what we are going to do in this video. So here there are only 3 important things that you will learn from this video today. So the first one, we will look at the language focus, which is the language that you can use in order to talk about causes and effects. It is not last, but the second point, you will learn, you will practice what you have learned about causes and effects, which have one activities in your book on page 91. It is about telling a story. You will see some of the difficult words, new words, and pictures. Actually, it's not a picture, but there are a lot of pictures which represent a story that help you speak about those stories. Last but not least, you will look at the guideline or the outline of how you can prepare your presentation within these topics. So without any further ado, let's look at the language focus here, which is about the cause and effects. So if I ask you everyone, so here there are 2 different sentences, but let's look at the first part here only. So the first part here, the first sentence, I did not feel well, so I stay at home. This sentence have cause and effects. What is the cause and what sentence represents the effects? I did not feel well. Is this the effects? I stay at home. So everyone, if you think about it, if I did not feel well, what happens? I stay at home, right? So I did not feel well in this sentence is the cause that lead to I stay at home, which is the effects, because I am not feel well, so I decide to stay at home. Another example, I stayed at home because I did not feel well, even though it changed the position, but again, the sentence we use to show the cause and the effects are still the same. I did not feel well, it is still the cause, and I stay at home, it is the effects. So I want to remember that the cause and effects, they do not have the fixed position. It doesn't mean that the cause sentences should always come first or should always come at the end of the sentence, but they can change, they can swap the positions. The problem is the linking word. What type of word that you can link the cause and effects together, right? Those vocabulary you will learn in this video today. But before we move on, look at the other example. Schools are closed around the world because there is COVID-19 outbreak. So look at the example here. Schools are closed around the world. Is it the cause or is this the effects? Sure, this one is the effects. Why schools all around the world are closed? Because there is COVID-19 outbreak. So the COVID-19 outbreak is the cause that lead to the school close, which is the effects of this outbreak. The other example here, there is COVID-19 outbreak. For this reason, schools are closed around the world. Again, my point earlier, the cause and the effects, it can change its position. The problem here is with this linking word. For this reason, because these are the words that signal cause or effects. So everyone, here are the words, which is seven words that we will learn to use these words in order to show cause and effects in your speech. So we have as a result, because, so, therefore, then, sin, and for this reason. Now let's look at this word one by one. So the first one, as a result. So the meaning of this phrase is a consequence or the outcome. So when you do something, which is the cause, and the result is the effects of that. So let's look at the example. I went to sleep late last night. As a result, I got to work late. So I went to sleep late last night. It is the cause that come with the result. I got to work late. So the result here, it is the effects. So the word as a result is the word that signal the effects. I don't do exercise. As a result, I have belly fat, which is the fact, this one. So I don't do exercise, which is it is the cause, and the effect of not doing exercise, you get a lot of fat in your body. Another one, which is the word because. It is very easy. The word because, it's very easy. It is very simple. But remember that the word because has the same meaning as the word so, has the same meaning as the word sin. So look at the example. I did not feel well because I am sad. So because give you the reason, which is the cause. So I did not feel well is the result. Why you did not feel well? What caused you to not feeling well? Because I am sad. So the word because, so, and sin, all these words used to signal the cause. So my cat is sick, so I am sad. Since I don't have money, I will not buy that or that stuff or that whatever, because you have no money. So everyone, let's move on to another word, which is therefore. And this word has the same meaning as the word for that reason. So look at the example. I love spending time in nature. Therefore, I go camping every summer, which is for that reason, or as the result, as the consequence of this, I go camping every summer. Jane's car broke down on her way to work. Therefore, she was late for the meeting. So therefore is used to signal the word we used to express the effects of some things. So that's it for those vocabularies, the word that you can use to express cause and effects. But everyone, please don't forget to practice some of the exercise on your book. You can find those exercises on page 90. You will see the vocabulary that you learned from the slideshow earlier, and I hope you will be able to do those exercises correctly. Now, let's move on to the other exciting part, which is about the storytelling. In this part, you can find this page in your book, which is on page 91. Because you have 3 pictures, what you need to do is think about the order of the picture. Which one happened first, which one happened next, and which one is the last one. And these are the words that can give you some idea in order to express your stories. And the word in green here, they are the word that used to link the idea together. It can link the cause and the effects together. Here are more stories in your books. You need to follow the same instruction. So to get the idea of how you can tell the story, I have prepared a short story for the first one, which is the sample story. So let's read this all together. Once upon a time, a woman was driving a car. She was a careless driver because she was texting on her cell phone while driving. It was especially dangerous because there was a pedestrian crossing the street in front of the driver. This led to an accident. Next, an ambulance arrives. The ambulance worker lifts the victim of the traffic accident into the ambulance. As a result, the careless driver went to jail. She was very unhappy. Since she was responsible for the accident, she learned a lesson. Next time, she should pay attention while driving. This was an important lesson not only for her but for everybody. So this is how you can present or talk about the story by using the picture. However, in this story, you can see there are some words we use to express the cause and the effects. The speaker used the word because. They also use the word as a result. They use the word sin. Okay, all these words used to trigger or show the signal of cause and effects. Very good. Now, everyone, we have finished our first and the second things of the video lesson. Now let's move on to the last part of the video lesson. So in this video lesson, we look at how you can prepare your presentation. Again, with a different topics, with a different type of speech that you need to give. So you learn a lot about preparing your presentation with the summary of the book, giving the reason, giving supporting detailed information, giving example. All those speaking structure are different, so you need to follow a different outlines to prepare for your presentations. So in this outline of presentation related to the cause and effects, first you need to think of the title of your presentation and the main idea, the facts, and the causes and effects as well. So here is a short speech. What you need to think about this is to look at the box here. So in this box, you need to label it introduction, body, or conclusions. And then what word that you can use in order to start the speech in each part. Okay, without any further ado, let's look at the answer all together. So the first one is the conclusion. The word in conclusion should be used here. And in the introduction part, which is this one, the word is hello everyone, which is a simple way for the greetings. Last but not least, which is the body part, and they start with firstly. So to get a better idea of what the presentation is about, let's read this in the correct order. Hello everyone, today I'm going to inform you about why earthquakes occur. After hearing my presentation, you will understand why earthquakes are so amazing. There are some facts that explain why earthquakes occur. Firstly, the earth is made up of many layers. The outside layer is called the crust. It is divided into sections called plates. Beneath the crust is the metal. It is hot melted rock or magma that is constantly moving. The plate float on top of the metal, therefore they are constantly moving too. Sometimes two plates crash into each other and get stuck. Then they can't move. However, the magma underneath them continues to move. As a result, a lot of pressure builds up. Finally, the pressure causes the two plates to separate. When they do, we get an earthquake. So this is the general idea of the body paragraph. So let's read the last one, which is the conclusion. So in conclusion, since the earth is not solid in the center, we have earthquakes. As long as there is magma beneath the surface of the earth, there will be earthquakes. I think learning about why earthquakes occur was a lot of fun. I hope you found it interesting too. So these are the short presentations. Now let's look at the outline. So this is a sample outline that you can also use this outline to prepare for your presentation. So the speaker presents his or her title and then the main idea. So what is the main idea? What is the main things of the speech? Which is the facts about why earthquakes occur. And the facts one, the facts consist of cause and effects. So the cause here, hot, melt rock or magma is constantly moving. And what is the effect of this? The plates are constantly moving too because of the motion of the rock and the magma that push the plates to move. Here, two plates crash into each other and get stuck. And what happens? A lot of pressure builds up when it gets stuck. A lot of pressures. And here, the last one, the pressure causes two plates to separate and earthquakes happens during this time. So everyone, this is the outline that you also be able to use to prepare another different topics. For example, let's say the facts about water pollutions. You can present the cause of water pollution and the effects of the water pollution. You might want to talk about the air pollutions, noise pollutions, or the cause and effects of the COVID-19, which is a very interesting topic as well. So when you see those type of topics, here is the outline to help you prepare for your speech. Now it seems like we already finished what we are planning to do. Now it's time to say goodbye. But before we leave this class, I would like to inform you to review the lesson for your progress test 1 tomorrow. Now goodbye everyone.